Alright guys, we're back with round 2 from the EU Challenger Cup, week number 3. It's one you've all been waiting for. It's going to be Panthera facing off against Team Illusion in the second game of the day. This one, it's going to be first seed, going up against a little bit lower ranks, down all the way down to seed number 17. But Panthera, going to this week, if they secure this, if they get all the way to the finals and secure another first place victory, they're going to be quite far ahead in this European bracket.
They are going to be quite far ahead. I mean, at the moment, they clear this week, even if they just do badly, they will still be top of the brackets. But Panthera have not really had a chance to look at due to, you know, the usual issues of EU. But Panthera this time will start off with round 2, show a game of them up against Team Illusion. One thing to note though, Sanjo is playing in this game, not Yaman, their usual Hunter player. Not sure why. Maybe he'll be back on later. Yaman, you don't know. He might be at school, something like that. You never know. This is the ways of the EU. But Athena banned out by Panthera, and back was banned. Sorry, Team Illusion banned Poseidon in response.
I wouldn't be surprised, like, as usual, Thor, Serqet, Sylvanus, maybe go for the crazy Bakastor play. He's been seeing, I don't want to say he's like top pick, top ban these days. Almost, okay, that's a little different. Anubis banned out. Somebody on the side of Team Illusion has been playing a lot of the Goobus.
Somebody wants to play Ra, that's what it is. Panthera wants to play Ra.
Could be that too.
The only reason to ban away Goobis. But Serqet goes through. I mean, to be honest, you ban away something that's not in the meta, you do get option of picks. And they're going to take Serqet there, and it gives Team Illusion an opportunity for Hunter priority if they so choose, and support priority. At the moment, they're hovering Sylvanus, and they've not really thought about the second one just yet. At least it's not showing for now.
Cube could be a good first out of the gate pickup, or maybe switch the Sylvanus to an Anhur, because why not? The Anhur is a strong pick. Cupid as well, kind of both sort of deny the whole let's pick Shibalanka thing, especially Cupid, less or so for the Anhur. It looks like it is in fact going to be the Anhur lock-in as well as the Sylvanus lock-in over on that side, so that's going to be the dual lane picked up already for Team Illusion. Back on this side, they're looking for Janus as their mid laner. And, you know, Janus, we don't see him picked up too much these days, but he still has that burst combination. A lot of people go with the whole inconsistent damage thing, which I don't so much buy into necessarily. Yes, he has a weird shaped skill shot, but you know, it's still, you look for the 2 shots, you have some extra spots where you happen to get extra damage. It's sort of like Ullr's hail of arrows. You don't say, oh, because it's a small AoE effect that it's unreliable damage. Just when you miss it, you have other stuff to use on the back of it as well.
Yes, Thor's going to be locked in as well. Not a surprise to see Thor be picked up here. In a weird way, he's probably going to be Rafa playing the support. More than anything else, Rafa does like his assassins in the support role. During the early rounds, he does experiment a little bit. That's an experiment. He's sort of the mini Aurora of EU is what we'll call Rafa, because he used to be a jungler. He was a half-decent jungler. He wasn't the best jungler because he didn't know what gold per minute was. And if he learnt that, maybe he'd be even better in the Pro League right now. But for now, we see him in the Challengers Cup, and he's going to be playing support for... Yeah, I'm allowed to 5 shots him. He deserves it. He needs it. It warms his bed at night to know there's banter going on. And across the web, we see Team Illusion locking in Agni in response. Agni's matchup against Janus in the early stages is very, very good. Agni can put a lot of pressure on Janus in the wave clear department, and he can also rotate pretty well as well, just because his push power is just as strong as Janus's.
Indeed. A big part of it as well is just Janus, for wave clear on, does rely on both the Unstable Vortex as well as quite often the Portal. Once level 6, 7, 8-ish starts to hit, Janus can start looking to wave clear with just the Unstable Vortex. You position it properly, you can hit both waves with the double tap of damage. And, well, you don't have to worry about so much. Agni at about the same time, though, once it's level 5, with that Rain Fire, you can drop 1 down, drop the Flame Wave after that, and clear the wave out in very, very short order. So until that comes about, it's going to be an interesting early game landing phase. Agni has to be careful when he uses that Path of Flames to clear initially, because Janus could look to drop a portal down and kind of punish him midway through it.
Yep, so Bastet picked up, and Tyr in response from Panthera, that'll be going to Demi in the solo lane more than likely. And final picks on Sanjo, who's going to be playing the Hunter role, I believe, for them this game. Subbing in for Yaman, who's not available right now for reasons unknown. He's going to lock in Ullr. Ullr versus Anhur. Honestly, Ullr's not so bad against the Anhur matchup. It's kind of a 50-50. Just mana cost is a bit of an issue for Ullr, but then people haven't really realised how much Impale costs. Thanks to not having a blue buff, kind of hurts a little bit. You've got to be careful with your mana situation on Anhur still.
And final pick of the game, likely going to be Batz in the jungle, going over to the side of Team Illusion. These team comps, as they look right now, they have Serqet and Thor over on the left-hand side, so we're going to see Serqet in the lane more likely than not. Thor, I actually did try to solo lane once. With the mana buff, it actually works reasonably well, but he still has some issues early on. The Hammer, the Berserker Barrage, is kind of an awkward kind of lane clear type thing. I'd expect the Serqet more in the end, but...
No, it's Serqet jungle. Adapting to the jungler. It'll be Serqet in the jungle, and Thor will be played by Rafa in the support role. It's going to be support Thor.
Okay, yeah, I was looking through this. Where's the support? Oh, right. Yeah, support Thor.
It's support Thor. What he'll be looking to do is he'd be walling and looking for the double taps more than anything. It's not going to work out amazingly for them just because Sylvanus' sustain should be good enough. Although Sylvanus is very anti-mobile, he's one of the lowest base movement speeds in the game. But as soon as he gets himself going, then Sylvanus will be a threat to the enemy team. It's about whether the combination of the wall into double tap from the hammer plus Ullr axe into full wombo combo from Ullr can set them things up. Actually, it looks like they're going to be putting Sanjo in mid, and Melito's going to take over the hunter role for now, just while Yamin's away. Sanjo's going to fill in the mid role, but that's the teams on paper, guys. Honestly, on paper, I prefer Team Illusion's team more than anything else. It's a proper composition. Panthera, a little bit more awkward, a little bit more kill orientated, focused, and looking to use mechanics to really win this one out.
All right, guys. So with that said, we're going to cut to the break. Let the anti-ghost timer tick on down. We're back in about 3 minutes. Once it's all said and done, we're synced up and ready to go with the second game of the day. It's going to be Panthera up against Team Illusion. Stick around, enjoy the music. We will be back in just a few. Alright guys, welcome back. Panthera versus Team Illusion. The pause is over. We're into this game. It's round number 2. First seed Panthera facing up against Team Illusion, currently ranked 17th. As far as seeds are concerned, I'm Zidon here with Hindu again, as teams are spamming pings everywhere, making as much noise as possible early in the game already.
So, start of the game, nothing too exciting to see just yet. We're only in the first few stages. A little bit of a grouping coming out from Team Illusion here. Will they be able to catch anyone out? Maybe find Rafa here as he's rotating in, but he does have hammer. He can disengage if he needs to. He's not taking a skill yet. Just going to walk away. No pick's going to happen. Meanwhile, right on the side, Panthera do go and drop that early ward down at the speed buff themselves to see if there's going to be any sort of shenanigans at the beginning.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what exactly comes out. You speculated a little bit during a break, I believe. We might see some early game invades coming out. Similar to last game, Panthera might look for some very, very big early game aggression, steal away the jungle buffs, and start to look to just control the map from the onset of it. But there's also some possibilities of interesting matchups. With that Thor as support, it's essentially they're looking for the kill lane type setup. They're looking for that tectonic rift into the double tap of the hammer, and then look to follow up and find themselves a kill. But if they don't execute that properly, Thor is really, really squishy early on. He only has that blue stone pendant, and he's an assassin, so he really has next to no protections.
I don't see them getting many kills in this lane unless Team Illusion get caught. More than anything else, it's pretty much going to be a farm lane. This Sylvanus Anhur should be pretty safe in this matchup. Overall, being picked off is one potential, but it's just going to be so difficult for that to happen.
That's true. We were talking a little bit of the skilling route for IREP on that Thor as well. Do you think he's going to be going maxing out the Tectonic Rift first to get that extra crowd control duration, or you expect him to go for the hammer for better wave clear to help Ullr out a little more?
I don't think he needs help with Ullr really with the wave clear. It'll probably be the hammer though more than anything else. Just because of the fact that he can get the double taps off from range, wall double tap, wall double tap, wall double tap. Yep, and if he needs to, go aggressive and just force them out and keep the pressure on. He doesn't really need to help the wave clear as much. Ullr should be fine with that for the most part.
Yep, Serqet making an early rotation out is fairly standard these days. I wouldn't be surprised to see the back harpy invade in just a moment or two by Panthera. For now, things a little bit calm, adapting, coming into the lane. Might have been thinking about it. Wait a second, maybe see if Resu steps forward a little bit too far, tries to clear that wave of the Path of Flames, and I'll jump on his head. Didn't work out that way. There's that blue ping on the back harpy, though. They're going for the invade on that one. And Emily doing
nice pull onto Emilito. Yeah, he gets impaled in there, takes a little bit of poke damage. He's going to level up, hit level 3, throws out an axe in response. Oh, plus the double tap. No, just a single tap, and he jumps to it. He's not going to find the kill, I don't think, now, as he's now out of mana. Rafa could have used the double tap. He would have died then if he did. But the invade on the back did happen. Serqet's coming round, though. Temptation.
I'm disappointed she didn't go for it, but at the same time, probably the safer call. No reason to dive quite this early and give it the first blood. Yesterday, twice, we saw Serqet do so. Granted, with the last breath, more or less accidentally. Not in a full on, I'm going to try and get a kill in a greedy manner, and it will fail horribly at doing so and die. Deathbane coming on Ultimus as the rotations coming around. They're looking for the picks here as well. Big rotations, 4v3. Janus was on his way over to this left side lane as well. For now, though, they're going to disengage, head back to the mid lane, look to just clear up the wave and start farming up a little bit more.
Nothing really came out of that for any team. I think overall, Janus was the one that got the advantage there. Did manage to pump a little bit more in this lane. But adapting behind, looking for a pick here. Doesn't find the axes at Melito, but theirs is the Cobra's Kiss. Going to buy them some time. He's very, very low here. There's no mana left on Melito. And once again, disengage happens, so there's nothing else they can do.
Yeah, they're going to push back. One of the small disadvantages of this, they are splitting experience a little bit more on that last wave. Serqet not going to be complaining about that, but something that they'd be careful of going forward. You don't want to be soaking up too much experience from that AD carry and potentially putting him behind. Ullr is pretty good, but the problem can become the fact that, you know, you get impaled to the wall, You get a couple extra free auto attacks, but from Anhur, it might not go too well. You can glory bound away, but Anhur can uses his spurs, follow up immediately. And then it comes down to, will Invigorate be enough extra speed to get me away? It can be risky. It's better off just, not get far behind, be able to trade back and forth evenly. So, Emily 2 has to be a little bit careful when he's going forward and make sure he doesn't lose too much experience getting shared across too many people in his team.
They're not overly worried, though, at Panthera right now. As you can see them going aggressive on the left-hand side. They're experienced players. They've got very good mechanics, and they feel like they can just win this based off mechanics, let alone god differences as well. The gods, not necessarily to them, is going to be a big influence. It's going to be down to mechanics they're looking for. Rafa's rotating mid very, very early here, but he's obviously the mid camps have spawned as well. They're going to be ready for the left one. Sylvanus is not going to be positioned for them. Right ones have spawned as well. Bastet's going to be over there, so these will probably be a 1-for-1 for now.
And looking that way, Panthera not making a quick rotation over. And I'm thinking we may want to cut to a quick little break here. Let the replay buffer up a little bit so we're not constantly cutting to a pause. I like
watching them run on the spot.
It is kind of amusing, but I don't know. We'll see if it happens again or not. Maybe that'll be the last one. Although it's EU servers, I might just be trying to kid myself here. I don't know. Nevertheless, Team Illusion so far have done a pretty darn good job of avoiding that aggression coming out of the dual lane. They did not fall early. If they had, that could have began a very, very large snowball out of that lane. For now, hi-rez are going to be leaving his AD carry alone to, as is fairly typical of that first Harpy rotation comes out. They'll head back over, get a wave or two of experience a little bit later on, but for now, it's all going to come down to this kind of mid-lane standoff that we're seeing these days in pretty much every single game.
And literally, you're talking about standoffs, and we're getting a standoff, literally. Yeah. More harm, so funny. Guys, we'll be right back. Let's just get this replay buffered for your entertainment. We don't have to keep talking through slow dances. Indeed. Back shortly.
Alright guys, we are back with a little delay of a buffer. Should, in theory, allow this game to continue through smoothly with no such pauses, or no more pauses coming out. Panthera still 0-0 up against Team Illusion. Gold just slightly in favor of Panthera for a little bit more farm coming off of just minion waves, getting pushed to towers a couple times. Other than that, it's been a pretty slow-paced game. Team Illusion has weathered the storm with the aggression of the dual lane, and they're doing quite well for now.
Yeah, it's okay for the time being, but the rotation in mid lane onto Agni here. Adaption's not been spotted yet. He has been now. Gets hit by very good stun from Agni, though. Thor's in the skies. He's going to dunk down looking for something. He may still come into the mid lane here. Keep an eye on it. There he comes in. Got to find the double tap into the wall. Full spin. Cats are online, but Serqet's there for cleanup crew.
It was that last auto attack that secured that kill. Everyone else had already disengaged. They thought that the 3 space and time was going to secure that one. If Serqet, or excuse me, if Bastet had kept running and looked to juke that follow-up attack, she might have lived. Pull on Sandra, looking to answer back. Portal through wall, not gonna happen. Stunned out, but he will get through in the end and survive that engagement. Janus is one of the harder gods in the game to lock down because he's just, he can go through walls. I mean, that's just so silly. I mean, normal gods go over walls. Through them.
Normal gods go over walls.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. 1-0 to Panthera, though. They steal away the speed buff. Go aggressive on the blue. Batz on this right side. Needs to be careful. Finno Evil actually gets used there. He was looking to pick up Adaptin, who was very low on HP there. But Adaptin makes it out clean with the ambush. And we're all back to normal for now. Full jungle still available for Panthera to clean up here. Sylvanus is just going to farm mid lane for the time being. Hermelito's on the way back to duel.
Yep, looking over at the lanes. Did the speed buff get stolen away? hi-rez has it. I believe they did steal away the Team Illusion speed buff. Yes. Okay. So, ready. Panthera looking to start grabbing a little bit of lead where they can. It's early on. It's not really anything to write home about. Ooh.
Dead monkey. Under the tower. Dimmy dives in, picks him up. Fearless combos him out of the tower. He jumps back into the tower, finishes him off once more. So Dimmy getting himself a nice advantage in that solo lane as well. That means Bastet's going to have to rotate over there. We might see a potential goal fury soon.
This could be bad for Ultimate. He's going to take a lot of poke. Might get forced back to Ninja Dimmy. Didn't really have a lot of mana to continue forward. Had the Lawbringer available, would not have had any follow-up on the back of it. Likely wouldn't have found a kill anyway. But that does mean Bastet has to be very, very careful adapting, lying in wait. This could be a big play here in a second if Bastet happens to pass the wrong take the wrong path through this jungle. But it looks like she's going to go back to the tower. Possibly look to recall. She had a potion taken away, so her health is more or less back up to full. hi-rez pulling some shenanigans on the left side jungle, looking for the steal. Where did that one go? Kirko had it. They were just kind of smacking each other around a little bit, it looked like.
Well, Harpies are up. Left one's going to get taken down by Rafa plus Sanjo. Right one's due to spawn any second. Adapts in a position he might be able to find a tasty treat for himself or find that he's going to be rotated on himself.
That's up coming in, able to deathbane through those kitty cats though, able to get out safely, and will Dawn up in the air from Thor. Will they look for the re-engage over the right lane? Zada in a lot of trouble once again. They're looking for the kill. Ninja Dimmy, hand of the gods coming down, looking to clear one out. Zada and back to the enemy tower. That's not where he wants to be right now. Last breath coming for adapting to secure that kill. The Fear No Evil was not available for Zada. If he had that, that could potentially have been a 2-for-0 in his favor, but unfortunately, that had already been used, and as was needed, as it came out, a kill on the board once again for Panthera.
Yeah, aggression in mid lane from Sanjo's going to actually pick up Resu as well there, so he's going to go down 4-0 for Panthera. 7 minutes in. Golfy is still stunning. They may look for a rotation for that now.
It would actually not be a bad call, given the fact that, well, nobody from Team Illusion is on the map right now. But aside from Raffer heading over to that side, I think he's just looking to join Emily Till up in this left lane for a little bit for some experience, or maybe warding, maybe just a stroll through the woods. There's a ward place down. 7 minutes, 20 seconds is definitely a possibility. I think if they had Wrath of the Gods already on Thor, they would have gone for it. But without it, it comes down to, Sylvanus could blink in Wrath of Terra and kind of set up the big play himself. So it's a little bit of a risky call. Unless they make a pick onto Ultivis, pounce over the wall, though, will more likely than not get her out safely. As she makes her way back to the tower, that will be the case. Although still, Raffer's still kind of looming around this Gold Fury pit.
I mean, that's what Panthera are looking to do, right? Just find picks all the time. They've got double assassins, they've got burst damage on Janus as well, and on Ullr. Meanwhile, Dimmy's having a fine time over against the Batz, so they're not having to worry about him. They're just roaming around looking for picks. If they get potential, they go for it. Raffer's not scared of Sylvanus here. You can see him throughout the wall, trying to look for the double tap. Not going to find the wall, though. So disengages again, just continues hovering around this jungle area.
Yeah, but a little bit of grouping now. Damage buff going to be respawning here in just about 30 seconds. Nothing to steal away as of yet. So curious rotation by Team Illusion right now as they look to group up. They're suspecting right lane. Dimmy actually finally kill onto Zada. Gold Fury has been started up and will have dawn up from Raffer. Just kind of scouting out, seeing exactly where people are. He can look to go in and engage and stop him from coming in. He went for Ultimus in the backside of this. Double tap the hammer. The damage coming out of Thor right now is insane. Kazpoo blinking in with the Wrath of Terra. Gold Fury is very, very low. If you can get in range, this could be a steal. Raffer coming as well. Panthera will secure the Gold Fury. Kazpoo in a spot of trouble right now. They're looking for more kills on the back of that pickup.
Yep, there you're going to see Kazpoo drop down as well. Desert Fury through the wall, not going to find anything. Raph is in a bit caught out of position here, not got a hammer to escape this one. You may have to just Desert Fury, throws up the wall for the stun. Jukes on the abilities, in comes Adapting once again with the support. Agni's going to fall down there. Rafa secures the kill with the double tap, and now it looks like Anhur may fall too. No, he will not. He'll get back to tower for now.
Man, they're picking themselves a lead. Team Illusion were doing so well early on to not, to keep things even. But on the back of a couple kills, Panthera have started to run away with this one right now. They're up to about a 5,000 gold. They have a Gold Fury in the bag as well as a handful of kills. And while that was all going on, over in the solo lane, Ninja Dimmy pushed down that outer tower. That also does mean he's going to be looking to rotate around the map and help his team out more in team fights. Look to contribute to objectives. I would not be surprised to see Panthera start to force fights for the towers as well. Mid lane especially has a little bit of damage to it already. So apparently our break wasn't long enough. We'll pretend it's not there still and make it go away. There we go.
Elevator music, go.
I don't have it queued up. I should have it queued up.
We don't have elevator music. You should have elevator music all the time for these situations.
I was busy.
Go to the beach. Look at the beach. It relaxes everybody.
Actually, mention the beach.
The beach works. You seen that? The crabs work.
The beach is... I can do it.
Everybody else freezes. Everybody else freezes, but the beach works. Mind blown.
it
just blew everyone's mind there. Yo, did you see that crab? I didn't even notice that before. One of the crabs flips over backwards, and then he flips. They get in a fight. Two crabs get in a fight. You see it?
Okay.
Check out the crabs. We've got time. There's nothing else going on.
My free camera appears to be stuck at the moment, so I can't actually move anywhere.
Oh, there's two crabs that have a fight. One gets pooped on, and then his mate goes, "Okay, yeah, you got beat up. Don't worry though, mate. Go back home. Go on. See you later."
See, the big problem here is you can't latch the camera onto the crabs. You really should be able to.
You should be able to make it more entertaining.
We're going to the beach after this game, too. I may have a slightly different background loop than what I've been using. That may involve the beach and the crabs. Is it the big cluster of crabs, or is it some other crabs elsewhere? I saw a crab jump and hop, and they're like fighting in the bushes over here. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, they're everywhere. Crabs everywhere. Like a weekend in Rafa's hometown. Mid-harpies have spawned though, guys, and we're waiting patiently for the spectator delay to come off. We're going to go to a quick pause break again. Apologies for this. We're just trying to keep yourselves entertained in some way or another while we're going through this small issue. It does happen a little bit. It's a buffer delay where it's basically stasis mode, which you all know, but it's just a buffer where the replay is not saying, oh,
yeah, we're good.
We're moving.
Well, whether the storm, if it happens again, we'll cut back to a break. For now, the game is moving along, so no need to do so. Panthera. So the crab, I think the crab was just doing somersaults, to be honest, because it wasn't just when in an engagement. It's a ninja crab over there. It may be inspired by Ninja Dimmy, who knows? But nevertheless, open that dual lane right now. Maybe inspired by the crabs as well. Grab onto Amelito, actually, impaled back into the wall. The pillar for the body block. Glory Bound will get him out of that one. But that was a lot of damage for that right there coming onto him. I was just going to say, Amelito's doing very well in that 1v2, and I pretty much was about to eat my words again.
Oh, he throws out the axe, gets a bit of poke damage onto Keiju there, and now the good route is going to find the pull. That's the question. Nobody's got it, but Rafa is potentially looking for something here. At the same time, he's caught out of position, actually. Has to jump away. Bastet wants the kill. Declaw is available. No, Cats will be the thing that secures him. Pinned him against the wall. Rafa spins on the spot, goes down, adapting, makes Bastet pay with a life, though, in response. So it's the first kill of the game, going over to Team Illusion at 10 minutes in.
It's one of those things as well. The two main, I think, tense things in the game. When First Blood has yet to be drawn, and when you're behind and you've yet to put a kill on the board. Those are the two big things. It's like, we're like out of this. We can't even kill them. What is going on? When you finally get that first kill, it's like you get to relax a bit. It's like, all right, we got to kill, guys. We're still in this. We're not out of this one quite yet. So I imagine that's a nice little morale boost for Team Illusion. Amelito left side. That might have been a disconnect. It looks like it. Kirko letting that one go to the tower. Might see a pause coming out here in just a moment on the back of that disconnect by him. And there's a full-on disconnect as well, so the pause likely will come out here again in a moment, guys. With that said, you know, connection issues always an ongoing thing. Unfortunately, the internet just acts up, and not really much you can do about it. There is the pause coming out.
So, we're going to pause for the moment now. I'm just going to check in with the crabs before we cut to a break, just see if they're still moving. No, see? The crabs, that's mind-blowing, that side, and do you understand? Like, we go into stasis mode, the crabs still move. Yeah? The
crab is doing a handstand, and they're all in awe.
They're all in shock. They're all in shock. Guys, we'll be back shortly. Claw stand. Good spot. Good comeback. We'll be back very, very shortly, guys, after this short intermission break of the pause. Hopefully, Amelito gets his issue sorted. GG, well played.
Alright, guys, we're back again. Hopefully, that'll be the last break for this particular matchup. Panthera versus Team Illusion once again. Panthera right now up 7 kills to 1. It's a round 2 matchup. It's early on, but, you know, it's still anyone's game right now. It's only a small lead by Panthera. In theory, nothing Team Illusion can't manage to turn around.
Check out the goal per minute right now. Just have a look at those stats. I want to point something out. This is the highest GPM Raf has ever had at the 11-minute mark on Thor before. That's impressive. He's doing very well for himself. Gets caught out there a little bit, though. Might get aggressed on, but going to throw out a wall in response, and Bastet's going to bounce back. And we're, yep, 7-1 right now. 1 goal Fury down in favour of Panthera. They've got themselves in a good spot this game so far. They just need to continue this going forwards. Hopefully Amelito doesn't DC. Big shout out, though, to Kirko on the Anhur. He could have killed Amelito, and he chose not to. I like the respect that he showed in sportsmanship. Something in EU that we have sometimes. Sportsmanship. It's nice.
Yeah. It's always a nice thing. When it happens to you, you always hope that someone does the same. Rafa actually pulled back right now, gun up the Anvil Dawn to get out of that one. He'll be able to leap away. I was thinking he would look for a really big play, which he's probably wisely not going to go for in that particular instance. 300 health, yeah, probably would have came down and died instantly.
Well, mid-hoppies is due to spawn left and right-hand side. Right-hand side is going to be a little bit more delayed, but it's the boys of Team Illusion going to spend a little bit too much time there waiting for those. The lefts will spawn ever so slightly quicker. All being well, it looks like they realise that now. They're looking for aggression. Bastet drops everything onto that Janus, who immediately disengages, gets hit by his stun by Agni, and now adapting turns onto the Bastet.
Darren Clepson and adapting finds the kill. Dolbots fight is still on. There's a Fury coming out. Ivor taking a lot of damage. Rainfire bombs coming down as well. There's the Impale backing him away from him. Tectonic Rift will miss, adapting now, looking to give pursuit. Zada is getting low in health. Sanjo finds Resu. Zada's still up and alive. Will he get that somersault line in time? No, he will not. Surrender vote is up right now as they look to close this one in and get some more kills. If they find this full-on deicide right now, this could be a Gold Fury on back some of those Harpy pickups. Gold Fury's up in 20 seconds. Respawns are a lot longer than that right now.
It's all good, though, because it's a 4v5, and Amelito wasn't even involved in that fight whatsoever, but the boys of Panthera grouped up, picked up the kills for themselves in a 4v5 situation, and now the Gold Fury is due to spawn any second. You can see Raph is hanging around here. Needs to be careful, though, a little bit cheeky hanging around the way he is doing. He could potentially get picked if he's not careful.
They might look for a kill here into Kirko instead. The speed buff is about to spawn on the left-hand side, adapting, looking at that left side tower. Kirko trying to do something about it, taking tower shots back and forth, adapting, winning that trade despite the tower helping out Kirko. I imagine after it's attack speed steal, attack buff speed, the purple buff, they're going to go for the Gold Fury.
Yeah, they could potentially go for that right now. I mean, they've not got the Hunter online anymore. Actually, Lion Hunter has come back online once more, so he'll be coming back. They could look for the Gold Fury very soon. The amount of sentry wards they've got down in that area, giving them full vision for now. So 14 minutes in, they're in a very good position, are the boys of Panthera. And Team Illusion trying to make something happen for themselves. It's just not really working right now. The rotation from Bastet went very aggressive on Janus, but Janus being Janus just portals through a wall, avoids those cats.
Ultimus was probably looking for that body block. If you get the perfect surround, you cannot walk out past those cats. There's a little... Ooh, Sandro caught up by the Phoenix, knocking at that one. Resu gets that kill with that rain firebomb. There's a little bit of like a vacuum spot in the portals. You don't necessarily have to be hugging the wall directly. You get pulled in regardless of that. So there's a little bit of an odd spot with that. But...
I like the call here from the boys of Team Illusion. Go for the Gold Fury. Sanjo's dead for another 30 seconds. Raph is in here, though, get ducked in. Good pull onto Emilito, who's getting hit by lots of bombs. It's the dot's going to bring him down. And now Raph is going to have to disengage and try and live. They're still trying to bring down the Gold Fury, but Dapsing's here too. And Raph is under pressure.
1v2, he's going to lose that battle. Gold Fury did go for Team Illusion. Ninja Dimmy finds one, but now he's about to get collapsed on by 3 members of Team Illusion. Oh my god, I'm jumping today. Blubbering over the wall, trying to get out of this one. As they look to give chase, this might be a dead Ninja Dimmy. Fearless is going to be off cooldown in just a few more seconds. Will it be in time? Adapting over. They could turn this fight around. They are going to. Ninja Dimmy both going. Double Fearless coming out. Ninja Dimmy finds one with the power cleave. Sacred Monkey Teleport. Looking for the transmission. Not going to be enough. Looking for the dive. But Zeta is likely going to fall here in just a second. Portal going to get into the wall as well.
Oh, Monkey.
At least it was the execute.
At least it was the tower and it wasn't a minion. That's the main thing. The tower killed you, not the minion. And like you said, it wasn't execute. Gold Fury did go to Illusion. It gives them hope in this game. Closes the gold gap. But the problem is, if you check the gold on the map, it went straight back again into their favour for a moment. And it did a bit of a dip because of the pause there. But at the moment, experience of gold still in Panthera's favour. 4,000 gold, 8,000 experience. They've got to keep this going though, do Panthera. They can't make a mistake like they just did. Otherwise, Team Illusion will capitalise on it.
Definitely, that's exactly what they did right there. Little mistake. Team Illusion start to turn the game back around. To kind of touch on it, a little bit of a morale thing. When you start getting these kills, you're just like, oh, you know, we saw that surrender vote come out. Someone died on Team Fails like that, so we're done, guys. We lost this. They won the fight. They stuck in that gold for afterwards. They played the follow-up of the fight correctly. Rest are going to Path of Flames away from that last breath still ticking. They might look for the kill, adapting. Oh, actually, Sandra looking for an unstable vortex. Not going to connect it. Oh, Raffer. Yes, he will.
No, he won't. Yes, he will. Just at the end of it. Now he's going to wall off the chasing Bastet. He's still got his hammer up to jump away. There it is after the bleed. Aggression onto Sanjo, but the cats are going to chase Rafa. And Rafa's going to escape here. Nice declaw. Max range from Altavaz there. Picking that one up. Bringing it back to 14-5. But here comes Dimmy.
Yep, he could look for something big, but I don't know about diving on the tower right now. Verdant Growth, there's the pole. Speaking of under the tower, he just got pulled in by that Sylvanus. Bastet leaping on him back out. You have many problems with vehicles.
No, that's just the racetrack. The racetrack has just turned up. It's the local racetrack. Yeah. I'm on the move. You see, I actually cast from a car. Is what happens. It's the best way to get good Wi-Fi signal. You know, and make sure the spectator delay doesn't kick off too much. Apologies for that one there. The local car enthusiasts have now left. Panthera still in the lead, 14-5 at the moment. It's going to be a bit lax for now. Mid harpies are down, all jungle buffs are clear as well. We're just waiting patiently for the next engagement. Keep an eye on Rafa and adapting because they're linking together. Very important.
Some big plays up there. That involved on, of course, from Thor, setting up a play from a decent way across the map. Serqet, well, we all know how big that burst can be. Ambush going to the combo. There's the Cobra 6 connected. Beads used immediately. Kirk are trying to fight this one out. Now, shifting sands down. He could find some good impale on Emily trying to stay alive. Kirk on the back, though. Last breath down. One more attack will pop her passive and get that kill for adapting. This could be a left lane tower here in just a moment as well. Emily to an adapting, heading down the lane towards that one. Well, the rest of the team looking for stuff in the jungle, but unfortunately for Panthera, everything's already down.
Kirko's build there on that Anhur as well. He did go double stacking Devour's Gauntlet's Heartseeker as well. Something we've not seen too much of. He's got a lot of potential damage on it. And he's taken up Hasten Fatalis there. Now, normally I wouldn't advise getting Hasten Fatalis. I can see some of his thinking in this. At the same time, he's up against very mobile assassins that he's got to deal with all the time. So being able to juke around and fire off those auto attacks and keep the pressure on will potentially work out for him. Plus extra mobility from movement speed from the Heartseeker as well. So being able to delay getting boots online.
They see a Panthera rushing down that left lane. They're trying to sneak in a fire giant through space time comes. So it is only Sandra right now. I-Reference up in the air. They could look to come in. They're going to have stopped this, but can they keep this one alive? Casper getting caught down. Raffer, the damage coming out of Thor is amazing right now. Resu answers back 1 for 1. Resu has to be careful. The fire giant almost finds that kill. Right now, Sandra's going to be looking for this kill.
Emilito. He's going to be able to find Kirko 2v1 and against the Batz as well. He's going to go down and trade, but he does get the Phoenix there. Sanjo, like you said, though, does pick up Agni with the help of Dimmy. And now adapting to fighting the monkey.
The poison got him. Unfortunate there for the monkey. That was a great call by Team Illusion. They saw that many members of Panthera. If they got that Fire Giant, that would have helped them. I'm not sure how that would have panned out, you know, versus losing the Phoenix overall, because then you have to deal with those fire minions going forward for a while, and then that would also set up Team Panthera. You know, you have a weakened Phoenix for the rest of the game. It would have helped. Would it have been? I mean, I don't know. Given the situation we just saw there, was that the better call to try and sneak in the Fire Giant because they're behind, or should they have looked to defend and possibly have had Panthera themselves look to rush across the map for a Fire Giant?
Oh, news just in that it's actually interesting. Aces Club, the third-seeded team, have actually gone out already before the quarterfinals against Gravity X, who are going to move on now to face off against the Night's Watch. I'm surprised that one happened. So Aces Club eliminated in this second round this week. A rough situation for them to be in. But back to the action here, adapting, going aggressive on to this Sylvanus. Kazpu caught out with a blink. Fearless shake coming out from Dimmy. It's a bit hard to bring down that tanky target now, and with the support of his teammate Anhur, he may be able to disengage. Good wall double tap once again coming out from Rafa, going in very deep here, but his teammates are on the way.
That reference up in the air. They might look for a dive right now. The Under Tower adapting, taking it up. Last breath pop down on Ultimus as well. If he dies in the middle of a team, that could be absolutely devastating. But then you find out Rafa getting chased by the Kitty Cat is going to teleport over the wall and get out safely, but he cannot look to re-engage this fight right now. Resu's there. The bombs coming down. Almost enough beads used as well. Ninja Dimmy finds one back. Ultimus does find Rapper. And Ninja Dimmy finds the double wall. Gets picked up by Zada. They're getting kills all over the place right now in the tower. Senjun taking that. Not a good fight for Panthera right now. They found a couple, but they're losing just as many right now. One more could come out. Emilito trying to do what he can. Found one. Looking for Resu, the minion for the body block right now. One more bomb.
He's going to switch his melee stance for minions. He's going to get hit by this stun, but there's no more minions hitting him. He was melee for the lifesteal, not going to find the axe as Agni disappears back with the Path of Flames. Going to be able to take down the tier 2 tower in the right lane, though. All Agni can do is stand and watch as that one drops down. Messy fight from both teams, but honestly, it still goes in Panthera's favour once again.
Yeah. A slight one, a 3 for 4. They got the tower, which kind of put it all over the top in their favor. But they have to be careful with these team fights. When you're ahead, you cannot get overconfident, or they may turn around sort of like that. An even fight when you're behind is a victory for you overall. Adapting picks up the rest in the right lane. Path of Flames, didn't really help him out too much there, despite being a decent escape. Adapting, that Serqet has like 50 escapes. Get halfway across the map in a full combo. It's silly.
Yeah, exactly. So right now we start here in this game. The Fire Giant is available. The Phoenix on the left-hand side needs to be defended. You can see Anhur and Bastet working hard there to make sure they can clear that one out. But the Fire Giant is something they have to watch now, as I expect Panthera will look for that very, very soon. They have the potential damage with all the gods they have here to bring this down quickly. Or maybe they'll just try and find a pick. First of all, the moment they're clearing jungle buffs, and Golfio is going to be started by Emilito.
Look at this Rapper build as well, with Thor in support role. It's not a usual god we see over there. He went for that Shifter Shield, has basically his first defensive item. Wing Blade after that will work out pretty well, of course, with the slows coming out from those guys, the Catcall especially. Gold Fury was just picked up by Panthera up in the air, looking for the dive down into this one. If he goes aggressive, Ninja Dimmy is currently beating up Zed on the right side. He's about to walk in range of that Anvil Dawn. There he is, coming down. Good somersault to leap out, but the Lawbringer from Ninja Dimmy is going to secure that kill in the end. Kazbu now fearless into the wall with Rapper here. Berserker Barrage about to come out. There's a Tectonic Grip. There's the damage. Wrath of Terror trying to save the day. Rainfire from Resu as well, but it's not looking too good.
No, he looks like he should go down here. Well, maybe not. He's going to escape for now. Dimmy's still looking for it, though. Meanwhile, the rest of the team still grouping up at the back. Raph is going to go back to base here. I expect them to either siege or go for the Fire Giant. Looks like a Fire Giant call has been finally made. The team's going to start rotating over there now. Fire minions have depleted over in that left-hand lane. The Phoenix will stand for now, as Anhur is over there. Kirko's going to be able to push that one out. Potentially get himself a tier 2 tower, but he needs to watch the Fire Giant, because that is under threat right now. And they're still looking for picks of Panthera.
Ultivis really the only one nearby right now. The Pounce was just used. She does not have Wrath of the Gods to look for a steal right here. It's going to come down to, can Kazpu get in range and keep that blink off cooldown long enough to get in and look for the steal? But Panthera is, like you said, looking for kills right now. It's still a 5v5 if they group up and look for it. Kirko still split pushing right now, so they know Panthera can look for a 4v5 fight going in their favor.
Should be able to find that kill. They will find the kill with Emilito. On to Bastet. Bastet now down. They're looking to push up mid lane as well as Sanjo, just clearing the wave, looking to take down this last tier 2 tower. Anhur's still over in this left hand lane, trying to bring down the tower here, but it looks like Adapts is over there to defend. Keep an eye on that one, because we should see a fight there any second.
He's going for the good impale by Anhur, buying him a little bit of time. Desperate coming out as well. Adapting needs to go in for the combo right now and find this kill. The minion got hit by the last press. That's going to mean she needs to just get the hell out of there. So...
Tactical. Yeah. Tactical minion usage there from them. Meanwhile, in mid lane, though, Dimmy overextends, gets picked up by the full wombo combo of Agni plus Hun. Batz ultimate was used by the Finno Evil, was used there to help secure that one. And now Panthera go back to farming once again with a member down, with adapting being low. There's not much else they can really find.
Yeah, right now the gold, we look at the golden experience graph, it's still creeping up in favor of Panthera right now. It's kind of, not quite leveling off as yet, but it's kind of doing like a Terrace type thing. Panthera kind of, they level off, they find a couple kills, it jumps up a little bit. It kind of nothing happens.
It's just over aggression.
It jumps a little bit.
It's just it's over aggression now. They're very in control of this game. They've got an 19,000 experience lead, 12,000 gold lead. All the towers are down on the map. They've got pretty much free row of this. Look at the war coverage as well. They've got the full right hand side warded up with sentries and normals everywhere. And now they're just looking for picks and trying to get a couple of extra kills for themselves and just try and break the morale of Team Illusion. We're trying to desperately to hang on and stay in this game.
Yeah, grouping by the Fire Giant once again. Stun combo on the cast, but taking a lot of damage from Emily just when he's level 20. He has a lot of items in hand. Anvil Dawn coming up from Thor. They're going to look for this fight, look for the pick. This could be the first round of the game. And Pop Sanjo gets that kill. Tectonic Rift still available, as is a lot of stuff. Kirko will fall to the adapting poison as he leapt over that wall. Kazpu will fall as well. Surrender Rogue coming out. Right now, Panthera could potentially look to start swarming down that one of these lanes and look for the Titan here in the near future. There's the fourth. It's all down to Resu to defend 1v5. He is
going to base in front of Mole. It's a good call to try and base there. He might have actually tricked them into thinking he was going to get away, but the wall, followed by the Fearless, he's going to drop down. Meanwhile, in mid lane, we're going to see Ullr push on, take that Phoenix down, rotate to the left lane, start pushing that one in. Probably going to backdoor this as the rest of the team start to bring down the Fire Giant. Panthera in full control, 2 Phoenixes down, and the Fire Giant online.
Raffer and Sanju both have to be very, very careful here. The Fire Giant may end up coming out of this battle victorious, dodge around all those lava picks and the magma bombs and bursts and all that stuff.
Do we not know how to tank this, please? For the love of all these. They did it. They survived. That's the main thing. They didn't do a Moex. That's important to them. So for the time being, everybody's going to be alive, and the boys of Panthera with the Fire Giant. Go back to base, buy items, and look for the last push down the right-hand side and look to end this one out.
Yeah, definitely. 2 Phoenixes already down. That means Fire Minions in those 2 lanes. Right side Phoenix, well, Team Illusion needs to look to make the defense there. Otherwise, with that Janus, at this point, with those Phoenixes down, they could just literally just drop ship themselves to the Titan. If they don't get it, they drop ship themselves to the Titan again in 45 seconds or so and win the game.
You said drop ship. Okay. I wonder what you said when you said drop ship. I was like,
oh yeah, I could see the possible bad words that could have been said by that.
Quite possibly. It would have been an interesting one. But now the boys of Panthera are on the march up the lanes again with the war coverage they've had for a while. Speed buff has been given over to Bastet. She gets it just before the invasion begins. What can she make happen with it, though? Because she's got 2 exposed Phoenixes to defend. 1 still standing, though. Fire minions pouring in everywhere. Look for the play. It's going to be all down, honestly, to Sylvanus with a good initiation and a good wombo combo coming out with the Fear No Evil to stand a chance here. But the boys of Panthera, they're going to split it up and make sure they don't all group together.
Oh yeah, adapting can solo push this mid lane. They'll put her in a good position if they look to defend the right side Phoenix. Like Kirko pulled out of that one, out of position, getting burst on immediately. This is not looking good already. Anvil Dawn coming up. It looks like Panthera looking to close this game out right here, right now.
Yeah, Adapting does pick up Bastet, the dunk in from Thor. Not going to be the greatest in the world, but the wall was good enough to pin in the Hun. Batz is going to use Fear No Evil, not going to find the kill. The final Phoenix does fall, and they start looking to bring down the game.
Raffer playing with the portals.
Game, though.
Not much to go, yeah.
It's going to be going over to Panthera. Raffer does fall to the fountain at the same time. Panthera move on to round 3 with a quick clean-up. It was a delayed because of the pauses more than anything else that took so long there, but Panthera will move on to face up against Six Sigma, who this week actually defeated All Under Control, who were seeded 9th. So a couple of upsets coming through. Aces Club going out to Gravity EX. Six Sigma beating All Under Control. The Broncos got beat by Elo Fishers as well, which is an interesting one to meet. The Broncos finished 4th last week, 4th in the standings. So backwards and forwards these games are going at the moment. Also, later the Unicorns drop into BFM Esports. Lot of drop games from a lot of teams this time around. We'll see how this one goes though, guys. We'll be back shortly with the next round matchups, which have already probably started.